1. Type Washington into a flight booking app without checking carefully, and one small mistake could send you thousands of miles across America. But why do two places share this name? 2. This is Washington State, and this is Washington, D.C. They share a famous name, but their locations, landscapes, governments, and political rights are completely different. 3. The biggest difference is surprisingly simple. Washington is one of America's 50 states, while Washington, D.C. is a special federal district and has never officially been a state. 4. Washington State lies in America's Pacific Northwest, bordered by Canada, Oregon, Idaho, and the Pacific Ocean, making it the country's northwestern corner outside Alaska. 5. Washington, D.C. sits on the opposite side of America, beside Maryland and Virginia, where it was deliberately created to serve as the permanent home of the national government. 6. So Washington State faces the Pacific on America's western edge, while Washington, D.C. sits near the Atlantic side, with thousands of miles separating the two places. 7. Washington State officially entered the Union on November 11, 1889, becoming America's 42nd state, almost 100 years after the country declared its independence. 8. Washington, D.C. began much earlier, when the federal district was established in 1790 so that America's capital would not belong to or depend upon any individual state. 9. Both places honor George Washington, America's first president, but here is an extra surprise. Washington State is the only American state named after a United States president. 10. Washington State's official capital is Olympia, where the governor, state legislature, and state Supreme Court operate from an impressive Capitol campus beside Capitol Lake. 11. Most international viewers guess Seattle because it is larger and more famous, but Seattle is not the capital. That title belongs to the much smaller city of Olympia. 12. Washington, D.C., however, is the capital of the entire United States, containing the White House, United States Capitol, Supreme Court, and headquarters of major federal agencies. 13. Their physical size is dramatically different. Washington State covers more than 71,000 square miles, making it over 1,000 times larger than the compact District of Columbia. 14. Washington State contains rainforests, islands, farmland, rugged coastline, lakes, mountains, and volcanoes, creating one of the most geographically diverse landscapes found anywhere in America. 15. Washington, D.C. is mainly urban, filled with government buildings, historic neighborhoods, museums, embassies, and monuments that tell the political and cultural story of the United States. 16. Towering over Washington State is Mount Rainier, an active volcano rising more than 14,000 feet and becoming one of America's most recognizable natural landmarks. 17. Washington, D.C.'s equivalent attraction is the National Mall, a monumental green space connecting the Capitol, Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial, and many world-famous Smithsonian museums. 18. Western Washington surrounds Puget Sound, an enormous network of islands, bays, and waterways where ferries, cargo ships, fishing boats, and even resident orcas can be seen. 19. Washington, D.C. developed beside the Potomac River, which separates it from Virginia and creates the waterfront setting seen behind several famous monuments and memorials. 20. Their weather also feels completely different. Western Washington is usually mild and rainy, while D.C. experiences humid summers, colorful autumns, cold winters, and warm springtime weather. 21. Washington State is widely known as the Evergreen State because its frequent rainfall and moderate climate support vast forests filled with pine, fir, and other evergreen trees. 22. Washington, D.C. is famous for a different natural color, turning pink every spring as thousands of Japanese cherry trees bloom around the National Mall and Tidal Basin. 23. Those celebrated cherry trees began with a 1912 gift from Japan, creating a lasting symbol of friendship and one of Washington, D.C.'s most popular annual attractions. 24. Seattle is Washington State's largest city and is recognized worldwide for the Space Needle, coffee culture, grunge music, busy seaport, and rapidly growing technology industry. 25. Washington, D.C. is unusual because it functions as a city and federal district together, while also managing several services that would normally be handled by a state. 26. Washington State operates like every other state, with its own constitution, elected governor, legislature, court system, and local laws covering education, transport, policing, and public services. 27. D.C. also elects a mayor and council, but its local authority remains limited because the United States Congress can review, change, or block certain district laws. 28. Because Washington is a full state, its residents elect 2 United States senators and several voting House representatives who can approve laws and influence the federal government. 29. D.C. residents receive no senators at all, even though they pay federal taxes. Certain